Marietta Mehanni, and this week's muscle conditioning tip is a fun one. So we're going to be doing full body sort of motion over the ball. We're going to be doing things where we're rolling forwards and going into planks and all sorts of things, but it's constant motion, and that's the important part to remember about this activity that I'm going to show you. So I'm going to start, we're using the ball, and I love using the ball, and I've got a 55 centimetre ball here. It's a really good quality ball. It's from the Australian Barbell Company. It's an anti-burst. They will last forever. So if you want to take doing work on the ball seriously, get yourself a good quality ball, and you'll never need to be worried about it bursting underneath you. So we're going to start off back here. I'm going to roll right back here. And I'm basically going to start by rolling forwards onto the hands and coming back. Now, this is a great activity because it helps teach people how to stop and break a fall, and then how to use their hands to help push themselves off the floor. So I really love doing this in my classes from a functional perspective. So if you're a group exercise instructor or a personal trainer, the number of repetitions I do of this, well, I do it for 2 blocks of music before I add on. But because people will have different lever lengths, sometimes it's a good idea to also count the number of repetitions, as it won't necessarily always work in exactly with the music. So after around about, I would say at least 8 repetitions, you could do a little bit more if you like, I add a push-up. So roll forwards, hold, drop the nose to the floor, back up, push off, come back. Roll forwards, hold, drop the nose to the floor, push up, back. And it's not a very tough push-up because the ball's not that far down your body, but it's accessible and it just keeps this whole motion moving forwards and back, which is the purpose of this particular activity. So, again, count the number of repetitions. You want at least 8. You could do more than that if you want to, but then we're going to add something to this. So, I'm going to roll forwards. As I do the push-up, I'm going to take one leg to the side, back up, and then push back. Roll forwards. As I do the push-up, take the other leg out to the side, here, push back. Ha-ha! Okay, so now I'm going to use my lower body as well as my upper body. It's going to create a little bit more of a wobble as I take my leg out to the side. Yep, my lower back muscles are going to be working a bit harder, and I've got my glutes, buttocks, hamstrings activated. And I've still got this motion forwards and back, pushing off and doing a push-up. Again, 8 repetitions, maybe 4 on each side, 4 on each leg. So then I don't build onto that, I add to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk myself into a plank. So I'm going to push forwards, I'm going to take it down, hold there, 1, 2, 3, 4, walk it back, 1, 2, 3, 4, push back. Again, drive forwards, drop down, take the leg to the side, walk, 1, 2, 3, 4, walk it back, 1, 2, 3, 4, push back. All right, so the walking plank is body weight on through the arms. You want to make sure that your clients keep their hips lifted. Because they're getting this forward and back motion all the time, you hopefully won't get the big saggy banana. Let me show you what that looks like. So as they walk forwards, they drop their hips down, and that usually comes from fatigue. Encourage your client, or if you're doing this yourself, push your legs into the ball so you're lifting your hips up as you walk your hands forward. And you can choose how far you walk your hands forward. If you're not familiar with using the ball, you may wobble quite a bit, so you might not even need to go that far to feel an effect through the body. All right, so just something to remember. How far you go out in front is up to you. So let's just do it a couple more times. So push forwards, swing the leg out to the side. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, pushing the hips up, come back. 1, 2, 3, 4, push back. Do it again. Here, drop down, leg goes to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can do it as slow as you like. Walk it back. And the reason for getting people to move at their own pace is because we have different levers, different strengths. So at this point, if you're a group fitness instructor, indicate the number of repetitions that you want people to complete, perhaps 4 on each side before you get to the final stage, and this is the final one. That's a little harder, so just remember that. All right, so we're going to do this. Push forwards, drop down, take the leg to the side, walk yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, roll the knees in, roll the knees back, walk yourself back, and then push back. Whee! Let's do that again. So push forwards, push up, take the leg to the side, walk yourself forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ideally, you've got the ball underneath your shins so that you can roll the ball in and take it back without your hips doing this. Not that there's anything really wrong with that, but this requires a lot more control, and you also need to have the ball far enough down your body to be able to do that. So if you're struggling to get to that stage, that's okay. It's not something that you necessarily have to add on. But as you can hear, my heart rate's up because of all that motion back and forth, and you're just doing 1 repetition pretty much of everything as you're doing this exercise. So it's mentally stimulating, it's interesting, it keeps the body moving back and forth. You've got, I like it because your arm's going to break each time you push back and you do something with your legs. You've got the push-up in there, you've got the plank activity in there. It's cool. I think it's really cool because there's so many components to it. So great exercise to do either on your own or in a class. A lot of fun to slowly build it up. Talk about repetitions if you're an instructor. And that's this week's muscle conditioning tip.